What's up, guys? Welcome back. I wanted to share with you an interesting story of what I'm doing with my tinnitus and how I actually came about it. So, if you didn't know already, I've had tinnitus forever, since I can remember. I was a kid and I heard this ringing in my ears, and it's always been there. So I was like, what the heck? And then I kind of adjusted my diet and stuff, and it got better. It kind of went to half volume of what it usually was. So I started doing things, trying things, and my tinnitus did get better, but it never went away completely. I've been kind of struggling with my health. I've been trying to figure it out, and health gets so complicated. I was doing so much research and wasn't really coming across anything that would help all my symptoms. So I decided to turn to my subconscious mind, and instantly it gave me answers. Okay, so I read the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, and so I started to implement those practices at night before I fall asleep and during the day. So I would repeat to myself at night, my body automatically does everything it needs to heal, and I would feel that. I would feel as if it was already happening, and then I would repeat other things at night. But the words aren't as important as the feeling and the faith and the belief that you're going to heal. It's really the feeling that's the key. It doesn't matter what words you use, but having that feeling that you're going to heal, or you're going to do something, or whatever it may be that you want in your life. For me, it happens to be healthy, becoming healthier, and healing my symptoms. So I started doing that, and the first night I got an answer the next morning. Usually that doesn't happen with people, but I've had practice in this. I've studied this for a long time now, considering my age. I'm only 22, but I've studied it on and off for years and years. So instantly my subconscious mind gave me an answer the next day after practicing it for one night. So I know how to control my state. I know how to control my emotions. I know how to put myself in a certain state. I can visualize pretty well. I've developed the imagination, and I was using words to kind of put me in that state. I was using journaling to put me in that state. Even videos can help put you in a state of gratitude, of faith, of self-belief, of belief in something else, whatever it may be. So anyway, it worked very well because I know how to do it, but I haven't been. So I did it. The next morning I woke up, I felt pretty good. I wouldn't say like I healed my body miraculously, no. But I woke up and I felt pretty good. I was like, cool. So I went about my day. I just kind of let it simmer. And then 3 hours after I woke up, I got a flash of an idea. And that idea, or hunch, as some people call it, was a quote by Hippocrates, I believe, a Stoic philosopher, or Greek philosopher, or whatever. And the quote was, "To eat when sick is to feed your sickness." And I've heard it before, but I looked it up and I was like, wow, this feels very real. It feels right. And when you get an idea or a hunch, there's like an emotion back of it. There's something that's pushing you to do it. It's kind of life telling you this is what you have to do. This is what you need to do. There's an inspiration, there's an enthusiasm behind it. And that's what I felt when I thought of that quote, which has happened before, but it was just obvious that's what I had to do. So I started doing OMAD, 1 meal a day, as soon as I basically had that thought. I was like, this is what I have to do. I have to do 1 meal a day, because when I did feel my best in other times, I was doing probably 1-2 meals a day, but I was fasting most of the time. And so I started fasting most of the time. I'm not super strict with it. I'll eat, mainly in the evening within a 2 to 3 hour window, basically. 1-2 meals a day. It doesn't really matter as long as I'm fasting the rest of the time, which means before bed, I don't eat. When I wake up, I don't eat. And then I eat basically a big supper. So I started doing that, and instantly inflammation went down. My mental clarity started to pick up. I was like, wow, I feel really good. And that's pretty normal for fasting. But my subconscious mind gave me that answer. I wouldn't have even thought of it if I didn't ask, if I didn't picture myself healthy, if I didn't say or put myself in that state that I know my body is going to heal. I know that my body's going to tell me what to do, and my body automatically does everything it needs to heal, right? So there was a belief there, a very strong, powerful belief when I went to bed that night. And then when I woke up, I got the answer. So I kept doing this throughout the week, and weeks actually. It's only been 2 weeks since I started doing it. But then I got another answer. And this answer was, it wasn't a flash in my mind anymore. It wasn't a hunch. It was like, I was just kind of feeling guided. It was pretty normal. And basically, I started doing things to heal my body. I started going on walks. I started doing cold exposure. I started sticking to my diet without cheating easily. It felt easy again. And I was all around in a better mood, waking up a bit more energized, getting my sleep on track, all that kind of stuff without thinking about it, without stressing about it, without putting any effort. And that's really the key word. I wasn't putting in any effort. I was just doing it. It was effortless. It was easy. And I was at ease the whole time. So that's what happens when you build a state of faith, a state of self-confidence, a state of belief in your mind. The actions become easy. It's like your subconscious mind just kind of takes over and you do it. Life is starting to flow through you because you gave life something that you want. You gave it a plan or an idea or a vision that you want to achieve. And so it just became effortless. The subconscious works like that. It starts to process these problems or these ideas that it has been impressed upon. So if you impress something on your subconscious mind, it's going to start to figure it out. It's going to start to bring things to you, but also make you go towards things. Right? So it's not super woo-woo. I do believe that the subconscious mind is kind of the connecting piece with infinite intelligence, God, life. You know, it's just a deeper part of yourself, you could say. There's something bigger than us that can help us. So once I started doing that, I felt great. And then one of the other things I did just kind of automatically, I joined Liam Stopp's tinnitus program, Triumph Over Tinnitus. And I've been putting that off for so long because my tinnitus isn't that bad because of the other things I'm doing. It's like a 4 instead of a 8, 9, or 10, which it is when I don't do the things that I'm supposed to do. But so I've been putting it off, and I didn't really want to get the program because I didn't really see the point in getting rid of my tinnitus if I have all these other symptoms that I want to get rid of more than the tinnitus. The tinnitus doesn't bother me that much because it's only at a 4 now. But I still have acne, I still have inflammation, I still get migraines, sleep problems, all this stuff. So I was like, I'm not going to deal with the tinnitus, I'll deal with this stuff first. But then an idea came to me that made me buy the program. I'm not selling you on this, I'm just explaining a little experience that I had. So, although it is a really good program, I'm blown away by the value in it. So the idea that came to me is that, you know what, I've had tinnitus for my whole life, or since I can remember, since I was a kid, I had tinnitus. I was like, what the heck? It's been an underlying symptom, whereas these other symptoms are newer. I got migraines when I was a kid, but I believe that I had tinnitus even before that. I could be wrong. They probably came around the same time. So this was an underlying thing that never really completely gone away. So I figured this was the idea, was that, you know what, if I get rid of tinnitus, maybe my other things will go away. Maybe tinnitus is actually an underlying thing that if I get rid of it, I'll be able to heal the other things along the way. You know, kill like 17 birds with one stone. I don't know if I have 17 symptoms, but you get the point. I'm doing multiple things at once by tackling the deeper underlying issue, which possibly could be tinnitus because I've had it for so long. So that was the idea that my subconscious mind gave me. That was more of a hunch. I was like, oh, what if I, instead of focusing on all these newer ones, these newer symptoms, what if I focus on the one that I've had this whole time that just goes up and down, and I've noticed certain things affects it. Maybe my tinnitus is guiding me. Maybe my tinnitus is telling me to eat this and not eat that. You know, it kind of guides me to do the right thing. And so I decided, what the heck, I'll get the program. So I did, and man, am I ever happy that I did. I don't know if it's going to help my other symptoms. I don't know if it's going to, help get rid of migraines. Acne has been a big one for me lately. I started taking pantothenic acid, which is B5, vitamin B5. And, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to help all my other symptoms. Worst case scenario, I get rid of my tinnitus, and I'm happy with that. But chances are, if tinnitus is such an underlying symptom that I've had for so long, if I get rid of it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to heal some other things too. So that's the plan. I got my supplements, got the course. It's really long. There's a lot in it, and I'm learning a lot, which I like. I like when people explain this stuff about health. So there's a lot of that stuff, and there's a lot of practical things that I'm going to learn. And I'm very excited to share the results with you guys once I get going with it, once I get it all in order. And I'm hoping this will I'm hoping this will be the last step that I have to take, because every other diet I've done, every other, basically everything I've tried has always left me with a bit of tinnitus, regardless if I had clear skin, if I had a lot of energy, if I had a lot of good sleep, I still had tinnitus. And that, to me, is a sign. I don't know what to call it, but it's a sign that, okay, there's a deeper issue. There's something even deeper that I have to heal. So that's what I'll be doing with my tinnitus. And that's how I came to the conclusion that tinnitus might, be guiding me, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But I hope you get the point of this video. I use my subconscious mind to give me answers for my health. And you can use your subconscious mind too to give you answers for anything that you want in your life, anything you want. You just have to believe that you're going to get the answers. You have to put yourself in a state in which you already know it's done. So that's what I did, and those are my results with the subconscious mind, and I can't wait to share the results with my tinnitus and see what happens there. I've suggested Liam Stops Tinnitus before in some of my videos, and I still do. Amazing content. He knows what he's talking about. I can't wait to keep going with the course. Pretty excited. Anyways, that's about all I have to say for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.